Mm-mm. Let me offer a word of prayer. Invite the Lord's presence. Eternal righteous and compassionate Father, Lord, this afternoon, I'm about to start our life, Lord, be in the midst of everything we say and do, Lord. Let there be nothing that will come and cause us to go asunder and be upset with each other. So share and understand and have a mutual understanding. Help us as we grow along the channel, we grow and others will grow likewise. Thank you for your presence and your hearing in Jesus' name. Amen. Listen, come on, 12. If I can do an hour. Wow, I see somebody up. I see somebody up. I see. Come, guys. Welcome to the live. It's a short live, a short live. Hope we can spend a little time together. Hi, Courtney Gray. How are you? Happy to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Hi, Biggie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you and good afternoon. It's now right into the lunch hour. Right into the most persons having a lunch hour at this time at 12. And I know when you start eating, you're not going to be looking in my direction. You're going to be focusing in your plate. Right? And what I want to say to if you don't have any lunch, just smile and say, one day you will have. Or you will have the next day. Right? Happy to see you guys. And when you thank you. 3 persons of 9 gave me a thumbs up. Thank you so so much. I prayed already. I'm just gonna read a text. Let me read a text. You know, we have to invite the Lord present, you know. Okay. I'm gonna read a portion of Psalms 18 to start. I don't want you guys run away, you know. Cynthia Ward. Hi Cynthia. How are you? Hi, how are you? How are you? Happy to see you. And Sarah. Hi Sarah. Good afternoon, Sarah. Welcome to the live. We won't be very long today, and I know persons when you're on lunch hour, it can be long lunch hour, and it's a short lunch hour. Most persons get half an hour, and some may get an hour, while some may not get more than 15 minutes. So whenever you get your time off for your lunch, that's the longest time of the break, you have to use it wisely. So I don't want anybody to come and say, "Oh, I waste my time." No. Let me read a quick few verses. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the home of my salvation, and my high tower. Sarah, yeah, giving thanks, and I'm happy too. And everything is everything good for you? Whatever, give thanks. Yeah, I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub and did fly. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. And I will continue a little later on. Now, this afternoon, my lunch hour power is to talk about something that most of us likes to do, and that is we like to do what? We have to eat food, but are we eating properly? Let me make, are we eating properly? When you say properly, let me say we need to eat the right types, right? Which takes in all the different food nutrients, carbohydrates, the protein, fat, mineral, everything. But are we really taking into consideration what we put inside our body? No, I can't tell you what not to use, but I can only assist by saying that if we should put anything that is unhealthy in our bodies, it's going to come out in a negative way, right? And if we try to be positive by putting things that is healthy, then we should remain healthy. Don't you think so? But there are times many persons eat healthy and they do end up sick. Hi, Carmen, how are you? They do end up sick. You understand? And you wonder what is it that they have not been doing right. But sometimes some of the sickness are within our bodies, and it takes certain types of food or something to allow us to have that outburst, right? So again, don't know that. I just come on, Carmen, just come on about 7 minutes, 8 minutes ago. I should have come on before, but boy, I tried to beat the time, but that's how it is, right? So, as I was saying, sometimes we eat some of the types of food that helps us to make us become unhealthy. We gain weight, we can develop lifestyle diseases like diabetes, and we just don't care much about exercise. Because if we are going to indulge into eating just about anything, we have to take exercise very serious. Very serious, because if we fail to exercise, you'll soon get better, Carmen. If we fail to exercise our bodies, we are going to become stagnant, sick. But there are exercises we can do by even sitting down. We can exercise our lungs, our heart. We can get up, do some stretches in the same spot. We can run in the same spot. We don't have to go far out. We may not have the type of instrument that we need to make the body feel like it is running to make you tired. But you're in your own space at home or around your yard, you can use that space to help, to improve. Because honestly, gaining weight is not good. And if we are going to just eat food and don't exercise, then we are going to gain unwanted weight. Sometimes some of us want to look fat, but at the end of the day, fat is not healthy. We have to reduce fat in order to stay healthy, right? So back to what I was saying now, we have to focus on eating properly and at the same time eating the right types of food, right? So many times we look at, we become sick. We don't know what contributed it, but we become sick. What do? We head straight to the doctor, and within one visit, we expect the doctor to realize and find out, discover what has made us unwell while we go there to him, right? And if we are not able to follow up, right? If we are not able to follow up, then we are going to lose focus, because sometimes financially you may not be able to. We can even look at going to the dentist. Are we eating properly? Are we eating just sugary stuff? How are we caring our teeth? Those are things. Just like we say, how are we going to care our body? Are we going to flush our system? Are we going to drink enough water today? Because you must drink a certain amount of water every day. But are we doing that? Tell me, guys. Comment, are we doing that? Many of us don't like water, and water is healthy. If we are able to eat food and drink water, we'll be surprised. But some people, they like to have sweet drinks. Sweet drinks. And they don't get the sweet drinks, they say they don't enjoy the water. But I tell you, at one time, I used to say, I don't like water. I was not drinking water a lot. I up next, and I had to tell myself that water tastes nice and try to drink the water more because your system needs to be flushed. Your system needs to be flushed. And if you don't drink enough water, you end up with constipation. Your body system, the blood, has so much percentage amount of water. And if you don't have enough water to help the body to digest the food, you're going to become dehydrated. When you become dehydrated, you can pass out, you know. So, and then if every time you go to the toilet, you're going to be there constipated, then you're going to get sick. So, rightfully say, water in itself is important. We can't replace, up next, we can't replace water with sweet drinks. Because by the time the sweetness are taken out, it's a lower percent of water. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I'm coming. I'm happy you stopped by. And I'm going to come on tonight too. So later, I'm just doing a little live now. It's a little one. Right? So enjoy the rest of the day. So that's what I would like us to look at it to say that water is important. Not just to have drinks, per se, drinks, but water is important in any diet. Any diet. I don't think the doctor would say to you, don't drink enough water today because your urine, you need to have enough water in your body to focus on flushing the body with urine and feces. Likewise, even tears that come out of your eye. Right? So it's important. It's important. Now, as we move along, I'm going to go back to look at why we should. Right? Why we should incorporate water in our diet. Right? Why we should. Somebody want to tell me? Why we should incorporate water in our diet? It helps us to make free bowel movements. And sometimes we have eaten a lot of salt in the food. It helps us to weaken the salt. It helps us to produce teardrops and also urine. Even the perspiration on the skin as a result of water. So if we refuse to drink water or to have a certain amount as requested, I think this is 8 glasses per day, what will happen to us? What do you think will happen to us? We're going to get sick. We're going to get sick. But sometimes we don't pay attention to our own system. We don't listen to what the body is telling us. We do other things that we say is obia. But it's you have not been eating properly. So we have to pay special attention. So when we go to the market, that's another scene. We buy things that are not healthy. We have to focus on the healthy foods, right? We have to focus on the healthy foods because failing that, we're not going to achieve anything. We're not going to achieve anything. Guys, the heater is on, but I'm a little still a little cold. The heater is on, you know. I'm still a little cold. A little on my hands. I didn't want to put it on. Yes, so, we don't just get up and eat starchy food. We have to balance it. We need vegetables. We need vegetables in our diet. Vegetables also gives us water, but not enough as having the 8 glasses of water each day. No, I don't fake it. Why should I fake it? No, I won't fake it. No. Why do you fake yours? Go, Pin. Why do you fake yours? No, don't fake it. You must not fake anything. You must be real. We're talking about eating healthy. Are you eating healthy? I'm a little cold. So the heater is on, but I'm a little cold. So I just put it over my arms. Yeah. Okay, so are you eating healthy? Do you try to eat healthy? Do you incorporate water in your diet? Those are what we're talking about this afternoon. Because some people, they expect to function at a job or in a school very well when they are not eating healthy. Their system is weak and they just cannot function, right? So people, we have to encourage each other. Some people they will not just starve themselves, but they go on what is called a fasting diet. Hi Jeet, how are you? I'm fine. They go on a fasting diet, which means that they abstain from eating food. No, I'm not saying that you should fast, but the fact is you should try to what? To make your diet interesting because what you eat, what you put inside your body will tell us in due time. Person will look at you and say, oh, this person is really, eating properly. Or the person is not feeding themselves. That's what they would say. You're not feeding yourself. When in truth and in fact, you are feeding yourself, but you are not feeding yourself properly. Right? So that's a part of it. So in a lunchtime break, we need to realize that we can eat physical food and we can also eat spiritual food, right? So going on a little more, as I was saying earlier, the importance of water is great, but are we having enough clean water? Some countries they don't have enough clean water. They have to use other types of water, boil the water, and some people they don't. They just cook the water at home. Just boil the water and use it because water must be purified. It is not safe any at all to just get the water at the pipe top and just drink it just like that. No, it's not safe. Nowhere at all. Because in a reservoir, strange things do happen. Strange things do happen. So we have to protect our system because there is not another you like you. You understand? So that is it for that. So I'm just so go Pinat, are you there? Or is this Jeet? I'm myself retired. Yeah. So we are going to go a little. So let me go a little further now into what we're talking about. He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the ice. At the brightness that was before him, he took clouds, past hailstorms, hailstones, and coals of fire. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Oh Lord, the Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows, and scatter them, and they slot out slit lightnings, and discomfort them. Then the channels of waters were seen. You see what? The channels of water. And the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of my nostrils. Can you imagine? He sent from above. He took me, he drew me and out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which had hated me, for they were too strong for me. So how can we fight our enemy? We can't fight our enemy. Just allow the Lord to take over the battle because the battle is his. Only the owner for the battle can manage the battle. The battle is his. So he will take it over and do what he thinks is best. And taking it over doesn't mean that he's going to knock the person out of heaven. It will not do that, but you have to apply. You have to apply. Okay. He sent from above. He took he took me. He drew me out of my wallet, right. He delivered me unto my most strong enemy, and from them that hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of their calamity, but the Lord was my prayer. So if you can pray a prayer, we can say the Lord's Prayer. And even that can help us out of some situations. Sometimes we are cornered, into a situation we cannot get out of. No, we have to call on the Lord. And sometimes we think He's not here and He's right beside us. We have to call on Him to come and deliver us. Because that's the only way sometimes you can get rescued. Because the devil himself knows that he owes you. You know? They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because of He delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands, with hath He recompensed me. So whatever you're doing, you must have a clean hands. Not just the hands of I'm showing you, but do not quick to take your hands to commit a person in terms of their life. Have a clean hands and a clean heart. Right? The Bible says, blessed is the man that have a clean hands and a clean heart, who has not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. So guys, let us hunker into the mighty rock of Jesus, because He is our only help. He is our only deliverer. All right? Let me find. So tomorrow I pick up at verse 22. All right. Jeet says hello. Mm-hmm. You're falling into the sky. So where are you? In heaven? All right. So that's how it is, guys. We have just half an hour to spend, and I think it's worth it. So we should just do our best, help others, help those who are sick and weary, and help others who are trying to help. They cannot manage. They cannot manage. So as we close off here, right, we spoke about water, and the next thing I need to touch on is rest. We need to touch on rest, right? Rest is important to all of us. We need to pay attention to the fact that if we refuse to rest, we're going to be in serious problems, right? We're going to be in serious problem because rest is what keeps the body going. We need the body to, okay. We need to keep the body going. So there are times we have to pay attention to what we do, right? So we at all times we must rest. Rest is important. So we have another 5 minutes to go. Mm-hmm. So we're going to take a break and we get back. Carmen, mommy. Yeah, you can go ahead, Carmen. I'm sitting right here. Just gonna spend half an hour. Go ahead. You can tell me. If it's something very confidential, after you say it, you can delete it. Okay? Go ahead, I'm looking. I'm looking. You remember? I said, do you remember? I don't know. I don't remember that part coming out. I don't have something to be hide, and that's why. Well, all right, keep it. Don't delete what you do. I don't know. All right, don't put anything more because I don't know. I don't know. And somebody may come up and see it. That's what you put in. You understand? Right. Don't put anything there. But sometimes persons will come up and they just read and then they move away and don't come in the live and then you don't know who. That is why I don't put out my number because I don't know who may come up. Understand? You don't know who may just decide to just come. Sometimes they come, okay. Sometimes they just come on side and look. I'm gonna spend just half an hour. I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna lay down a little bit because I have to go out to work this afternoon. So I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Don't put anything that may cause anybody to come there to notice. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was feeling like a chill. Don't worry yourself, man. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. So I was here talking earlier about water. Not just water, but eating properly. And I now touch on rest, right? How much do we give our body the rest that it needs? It's a very touchy area because sometimes we are working, we are doing something and we feel tired and we still push. Right? So, as I'm at the point of rest, I'm going to just touch it lightly because many times we think we are able to manage. Right? We push ourselves so hard that we don't even know that we are pushing ourselves so hard. We don't have to get up and run, to get tired. Sometimes we don't get enough rest. Yeah, but we don't get enough rest. And sometimes when we are resting at night, our brain is still active thinking about things that we plan to do the next day. Mm-hmm. So we have to just try our best to incorporate the best of everything that we can. So, Carmen, don't worry yourself. I'm going to end the live a little bit because I don't want to stay too long and I have to leave quickly. And I just wanted to come and spend a little short time. But I was hoping that I would have seen one or two more persons, but who are here, it's just as good. Because sometimes we may not have a live that runs for an hour, or I want to go and look at doing another video. So I'm trying to split up my time, right? So Carmen, I see you guys. And for those who are still outside, I see people looking and moving away. Those who are still outside, have a wonderful afternoon. It's a lunch hour power, reminding persons that they should always take care of their bodies because it is important. I must eat properly, eat the right types of food, right? And we should also remember that water is important in our diet. Water is important. Many times we focus on just actually having mostly, so say, carbohydrates and fruits in our diet, and we give water a small space. We say, okay, we will have the fruits that will give us the water. We need the water by itself to help the food that we eat to digest. And as I say, the water also provides other functions that the body needs, other functions. And if we fail to give the body what it needs, like if, for example, you have a vehicle and you fail to give it the gasoline for it to drive, you fail to tune it up, give it the tube and the tire it needs to go along, what's going to happen? The car will not be able to move after a while. You may be able to push it and it may move a little bit, but it won't be able to give you the service that you'd want from it if you were giving it the actual things that it needs. It needs to brake shoes, it needs grease, it needs everything to make it complete. Right? So let me just end it here, guys. Thank you for being here. And Carmen, don't you worry. And I see you later, guys. Have a wonderful lunch hour power. Right? Take care now. See you later. Bye.